welcome back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuuli Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream that takes place in the world of Nuuli, which came out of my brain, and 6 of my friends are brave enough to play in because it's getting to that time of the year where we got to do something crazy, and this is the crazy. I've got it. Thank you for the Pikachus. Always a pleasure to see you. Unfortunately, this evening, Mike has been delayed a little bit, who plays Renata. And
If that is his real name.
If that is his real name.
Justin.
Could be. Unfortunately, work has prevented Matt and Tanner from joining us this evening. So we'll have to carry on with our friendos here, which is great. And before we go around and do our intros, we're going to need somebody to roll me a D31, as we are still in August, and there are still 31 days in August.
Woohoo!
That's what this is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it r slash or slash r? Slash r.
Slash R.
Slash R. Slash
Doing
tells
it.
it to command.
I rolled it.
Do it. Do
Awesome.
16.
All right, this is going to be fun. Please introduce yourself, your characters, and tell us what is the worst tragedy your character has ever personally witnessed. Personally witnessed.
Oh.
Maybe it was from something on stream. Maybe it was from something before we know. Either way, you got to tell us now. And we're going to start at the top of the rungs with Sarah.
Hey, that's me. My name is Sarah, and I play Andra Grandspark, the halfling wizard. I'm going to guess that since Andra is actually a Disney princess, and her mother is deceased, so I would say that is the greatest tragedy that she witnessed was the death of her mother at a young age. Andra's young age, not the mother's young age.
Sure.
As Andra is the youngest of like 5, so mom was presumably not so young.
Yeah, fair. Fair enough. Next up, we've got Amber.
Hello. I'm Amber. And I'm stumped by this question. Because define tragedy to Ozo. I dare you.
Uh-huh.
That's
like,
part of the trick here.
Ozo's attitude towards death and dismemberment is sort of like, that happens. That's a shame. Okay.
Happens sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know that Ozo would understand necessarily what a tragedy is, but probably the saddest. Yeah, I think. Okay, wait, hang on. Right, yeah. Okay, so Ozo's saddest moment would probably be seeing someone else be sad, which would probably be there was this one guy that they couldn't save. And I promise I'll get in character eventually. But there was a guy, a father that they couldn't save. Mm-hmm. And the daughter was very upset. And that's probably the most upset Ozo's seen somebody. So that might be what they'd call a tragedy.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
But also the guy was going to die, so...
That's bad.
Things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Can't save everybody.
It's true. Well, thank you very much. And then we've got Jeff.
Hello, I am Jeff. I play Selenar, a druid. And I think the most tragic thing he has seen is when he told his youngest sister that he was leaving, because she looked up to him so much, but he had already made his choice, so he left anyway, and it was sad.
Fair enough. Very good. Thank you all. And my name is Jared. I am your Dungeon Master here on Nuuli Forged. I play everyone and everything else that is not the 6 player characters. And there's a lot of tragedy on Nuuli. Has been for a long time, and will continue to be, because otherwise, what's the point of playing? There's got to be tragedy somewhere. All right, well, that all being said, let's dive into last time on Nuuli Forged. Last time on Nuuli Forged, the trio of Andra, Corvus, and Selenar made their way back to the hovel on Talos Rut, only to find Renata missing. They investigated and found signs of a struggle, and even a witness who confirmed to Corvus, in his disguise as Maggie, that she had seen a young man fall to the ground, be checked for a pulse by a gnomish woman, and then placed into a basket by a massive feline and carried off, presumably to some healer, no doubt. The trio tracked the massive figure to an old, rundown, partially destroyed manor on the outskirts of the Dust Barrow, and sent in Idea, Andra's undead rat skeleton familiar thing. We don't really know what Idea is, but that's what we're going with.
But it's a very good idea.
Indeed. Idea performed amazing reconnaissance, but was unable to find Renata, and so Corvus decided to sneak in as well. Successfully avoiding detection, he made his way into a locked room that Idea had located, and discovered within nothing. No Renata, nothing too exciting, just a bit of storage of stuff. Meanwhile, as he began exiting said room, Andra and Selenar snuck in to the front, only to be noticed by a cat who started meowing, which prompted a response from a different feline who did see Corvus upon his exit of the room and fired off 3 arcane blasts, one striking Corvus for a massive amount of damage. This and the calling of alarm brought 4 other members of this troop to attention, who began rushing after the trio, who immediately decided to head for the hills and run through the maze of streets. However, this massive feline that they had been tracking appeared and was able to keep pace with even the speediest of their group, keeping pace with Corvus, and he was chasing them. And Andra decided to turn around and set off a fireball, striking the massive figure right as he exited the building. However, he just sort of shrugged it off and appeared only singed and very, very angry after that. As he was barreling down upon them, the trio began to panic as they were chased. And he was called off by a human woman by a sharp whistle, leaving the trio free to return unharassed to the silver set, recover, reunite with Lunine, who had been freed from prison previously, and process some information that Idea and Book of Tales discovered. Meanwhile, Renata woke from his unconscious state, bound and gagged in a dark room. A human woman checked up on him, called him Justin, and told him that he should get comfortable as he'd be there for a very long time. Sometime later, the gnomish woman entered the room, checked Renata's wounds and his restraints, also referring to him as Justin, and thanked him for turning her into a murderer. The door opened a third time with a blue-skinned man entering Renata's makeshift cell, where he simply shocked Renata awake in the middle of the night, knelt down and told him how much he hated Renata, spitting in his face before leaving our dear bard tied and gagged and alone in the darkness. And so we pick up in a different gloomy location. Ozo, it has been some time since a guard has come by your cell in the slab with even a bit of water or a bowl of gruel or anything to kind of keep you sustained through the day. And it's quite late. A few of your cellmates have nodded off in kind of a pile, kind of sharing heat. Even though it is like generally warm here in the desert of Hessian, the city, and the city of Madnat in particular, even though it's on an ocean, still very warm. It's a desert continent. But in this underground, beneath the stone holding that they are keeping you in, this prison, it gets cold, especially since there are no windows to let in sun or fresh air. So many of your lizard folk cellmates have begun to bundle together. In the midst of the night, or in the early morning of the night, it's hard to tell what time of day it is, but it feels like you should start thinking about sleep. guards come, but not with food or water. They come with 2 earth elementals and pull you out of the cell and drag you back to that room where you were questioned previously. Where already in the room waiting for you is that impressive feline figure with the kind of dun-colored fur and the eyes, burning sands upon the shining sea. Well, Offender Ozo, it is my duty to inform you that the charges against you have been reduced to vigilantism following evidence uncovered during investigation of an associated criminal act. As such, your sentence of execution has been remanded and called off, and your sentence has been adjudicated to be replaced by a fine of 500 gold pieces and time served.
Sorry, is this the time when I talk?
You may speak.
Thanks. Does that mean that, Book has her voice back?
Book of Tales indeed has had the curse afflicting her removed, and the individual responsible for that is being processed.
Oh, good. Thanks, I think. But I have to say I don't have 500 gold. I mean, you have my stuff, so you would know.
We inventory or we don't acquire, nor do we assume that whatever an offender brings in is all that they have to their name.
Oh, well, it is for me.
I see. Well, if you cannot afford, there are banking services that can be sought after. Terms can be arranged in order to supply you enough to get out quickly if that is your desire. Or you can stay in prison and do hard labor until you have worked off 500 gold.
I'm going to be honest. I don't really know what banks do. Never really used one. How much would I get paid for the labor? Like, how long would that take?
Approximately, for 500 gold, approximately 4 years.
Well, I mean, I could think of worse things, but I guess I do have some friends here who might want to know what's going on and might be able to help me figure out this whole bank thing.
Yes, your co-conspirator, the Marquis Lunine, sought out one of these banks and had them intercede on his behalf. If you would like, I can arrange a meeting between you and the same financial representatives.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know that I would be able to do that well. Unless, like, they're really fair. You know what I mean? I don't. Yeah. I mean,
Their
meeting them
fairness
is fine.
Their fairness is enough so that it has not been deemed illegal by the court system.
Yeah.
The choice
Can
is yours,
I
but most
call
people,
a friend?
unfortunately, no. This decision must be yours.
You don't offer, like, help knowing the terms?
The terms will
Again,
be
I've
determined
heard the banks
between
are a
you and
thing.
the loans. The loan officers and you will be the ones determining the terms of the loan. It is explained to you beforehand by law. It is laid out so you understand them. If you need help understanding them once they have been arranged, such help can be provided to you at cost.
Sure. I guess. Hmm. I guess meeting with them doesn't hurt.
Very well.
Thank you. I
Very well.
think.
A meeting for you will be arranged. And he nods, and you are returned to your cell.
Great.
Some time goes by, and you're almost wondering if maybe you should just go to sleep. When a kind of rotund little goblin and a very well-dressed kobold approach your cell with a guard behind them. Ah! Is this the cell containing one Ozo?
There is one Ozo, yes. The others are not Ozo.
Are you Ozo?
Yes. Hello, nice to meet you.
Ah, yes. Pleasure. I am Scrip, and this is Scrap, indicating the goblin. Yes, and we are moneylenders. We have been told that you have been given a reduced sentence and have a fine that is all that is prohibiting you from exiting this establishment. And that you may need help acquiring the funds to pay said fine.
Yes. Usually I work a little and then I get a little. The fine is more than I've ever made. Possibly touched or thought about.
Yes, well, sometimes crimes carry hefty fines to dissuade people from engaging within them. But, regardless of all such things, we would be happy to lend you the sum of 500 gold coins, if you are interested in that.
Well, if I've learned one thing since I've started traveling, it's that there's always a cost.
Well, of course,
People like their
the
money.
little kobold speaks up. Yes, you see, we would upfront the money for you. You would then be entered into a binding agreement, which would make sure that you have 1 year to pay us back with a 20% increase. So you would have to pay us back more than 500 gold. You would be prohibited from going too far away without paying your agree. And in the case where either limited or no activity of payment, and you don't have to pay it all at once, you can pay it off in increments. But if too long goes by without any sort of advancement on the repayment, or if it is suspected that you have attempted to flee, the binding agreement will come into effect, which will you may lose a hand. Not gonna lie. Also, if you go a full year without paying us back, then we open up the contract to bounty hunters who will begin hunting you down to return you to us, where you will be charged with evading bail and basically skimping on a deal, and have to go back into the prison system here in the slab.
How far away is too far away? I'm not from here.
We're pretty lenient, but basically the binding agreement magically keeps you on the continent of Hessian, which is, there's not many places to go here, so it's generally okay. It just kind of keeps you here until you pay us back.
What kind of magic is that? I've seen some magic done. I don't really get magic.
Oh, well, neither do we, but it's expensive.
So do I glow when I'm too far away?
No, the binding agreement will let you know.
How?
You'll feel a tightening.
Of what?
Well, it's usually your wrist.
Just one wrist? Like a rope?
Yeah, like a rope.
What does it do? It hurts?
Well, as much as anything tightening around your wrist would hurt, yes.
Why just one?
We generally find one is enough of a dissuasion for most people.
Will it get tighter if I take another step? Like, is it a line or is it gradual?
Let's not get buried down in the details here, okay? Do you want to take our offer or do you not? You have full opportunity to ignore it, and perhaps another moneylender will come along with another offer. If it helps, we did also pay off Lunine, your friend Lunine's fees as well. So his offense has been remedied by us, and he's under a binding agreement.
When was that? Time is weird here.
That was earlier tonight. Or this evening, I suppose. Night hadn't quite fallen at the time.
How do you have so much money?
We make good investments.
Investments. That's a new concept. Well, I guess I can't talk to my friends, and I can't. I guess I shouldn't leave them on their own.
There is a little tap on your shoulder.
Oh, hi.
You turn and you see the, to you, much larger form of Scuzzle kind of swivel his kind of like pseudo iguana kind of crocodilian head towards you and just kind of whisper in your ear. Getting out of here is difficult, Ozo. If I were you, I would take the deal. If it wouldn't leave my brothers alone in here, I would have worked one out long ago. But that's just my 2 cents.
Thanks, Guzzle. I'll feel bad leaving you.
We'll be fine.
Hopefully see you soon. Yeah, I guess then, yeah. Oh, well, I guess Mr. Scripps and Scraps, I guess I have to take it.
Well, we need to be
Maybe
very
Lynn will
we
explain
need
the finer
we need to be
points.
very clear. Like, you do have full autonomy to refuse our offer. It's just we
No.
happen to have the lowest interest rates of any money lender out there.
How much is 500 plus 20%, you said?
Mm-hmm.
How much is that? I don't really do numbers.
Math is hard.
Well, it's just another
I suppose those
100
are
gold,
fees.
so you would owe us 600 before the term expires.
Wow. I guess if Lunine did it, Lunine knows how to get that money. Well, I guess I'll say yes. I can't just abandon my friends. And Guzzle is right, probably. I trust you, Guzzle.
Well, it's Scuzzle, actually.
Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm not as good with the sounds.
Well, you know, Nash likes G's, so he tends to put them in front of many people's names.
Well, thanks for being my friend, Scuzzle.
Thank you for the entertainment.
Do I leave now?
Oh,
Ozo says, turning to Scrip and Scrap.
yes. Please stick your dominant hand through the door. We'll shake on it, and then we'll enact the binding agreement.
Ozo wants to do one last insight check because Ozo doesn't make agreements lightly.
Yeah, you can make an insight check. Go for it.
these creatures? Did it roll? It did. Oh,
Uh,
it's only a 13.
They seem to be very professional, and they don't seem to have malicious intent. It seems they're just doing their job.
Okay. I was gonna take it. Sure.
Okay.
Shaky. Which hand is my dominant hand?
That's up-
Ozo thinks. What
That's
does
up
that
for
even
you to
mean?
decide. The hand, as you kind of look unsure, they're like, the hand you would use to write with, maybe? Assuming you know how to write.
It's been a while. And then Ozo puts out their right hand.
Scrap shakes it. And as Scrap is shaking it, Script takes out a thin metal band and kind of slaps it down on your wrist. And for a second, it's like, ooh, hey, something just like... And you see that it wraps itself around your right wrist and kind of glows for a moment, and then it's just a blank piece of metal. And there it is. The binding agreement's enacted. Let's get you processed and out of here.
I see. This gets tighter.
Yes. If it gets too tight, will cut off the flow of circulation to your hand. If it does have the ability to contract the whole way, severing the appendage, which is very messy business. So I'd recommend, in other words, you should pay us on time.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh, it is our pleasure. Now, come on, let's get you out of here. And the two, along with the guard, kind of get you processed. Takes a little while, but you see they hand over not a sack of gold coins, so much as a couple of bars of gold that have like imprinted stamps on them. And they pass those over to guards from some pouch they procured somewhere. Offering it to the guards. You see like things get stamped and processed, and you have to sign some documentation, and you are released from the slab. It is
Great.
late in the evening. What would you like to do?
To clarify, because Amber hasn't been here, still no rest, still no nothing.
Correct. You have not
I've
had
had no news
you have not
in the
had a
dark.
long rest. So you've still got
Great.
a few levels of exhaustion.
Just one?
Two. You have 2 levels.
2. Oh, okay. Last time I was here, it was still only.
Yeah, another day has passed.
Great. Great. Ozo well, let's roll to find out, because Amber has no idea where this is in the city, but maybe Ozo does.
Yeah. Sure.
Where am I?
You
And where might my friends be?
You definitely know it's in Marble Rising. And as you leave the slab, you walk between 2 massive, like 15, 20 foot tall iron golems. Like, they are insanely large, and they just kind of turn their heads as they look at you, and then turn their heads back, facing outwards as you walk between them.
Sure. Cool. So yeah, Marble Rising. Do I have any idea where my friends might have been? I've only been to the inn. I don't think that I've been to the hovel home.
Correct. You can make a survival check if you want to see if you can remember how to get back to the silver set or something.
Yeah, let's try that. 8.
You think you
Not a city mouse.
You think you know the way, but maybe asking someone wouldn't be a horrible idea. And even though you can see that by the stars that it is late, you do still see lights kind of like on the other side of the distant plaza. It looks like people are still out, which matches with your experience here. Like, people tend to like sleep they take a nap in the middle of the day and avoid being outside in the middle of the day when it's hottest. And as such, they stay out in the evening later when it's a little cooler.
Sure. Well, Ozo will start walking in roughly the right direction-ish and look around for someone who looks friendly. Because
Yeah.
I bet Ozo looks like shit.
Yeah, make a perception check. And all your gear was returned to you, by the way. So you got your mask back and clothes and all that stuff.
Okay.
My cuddle buddy.
16?
Yeah, you
Oh,
see.
yeah, I've got a buddy.
Yeah, you see a little, like a halfling man, kind of sipping, drinking some sort of liquid from a like tea set maybe, or a mug of some kind. Just kind of watching the plaza go by. He seems to have a just one of the people who's like permanently smiling, looks affable.
Well, I guess I will approach.
Yeah.
Good evening. Excuse me, sorry to bother you. I don't know how to get back to where I need to go.
Is that a phone? Does anyone
Oh.
else hear that? Is that just me?
What?
I don't hear anything.
Weird. Ah, weird. I don't know what that is. Anyway. Great. So sorry.
All good.
What were you saying?
Just saying good evening, and I seem to be lost.
Oh.
And sorry to bother you.
No, it's all right. You look like you are quite out of place. Where are you trying to find?
Well, the one place that I know the name of, is, I believe, Amber can't find it in the notes.
The Silver Set.
An inn called the Silver Cent.
The Silver Cent? I don't
Yeah.
know about that inn. Is it in Marble Rising?
Do I even know?
Marble Rising is the fancy district you entered to infiltrate the other inn, so...
Right, but do I even know where the Silver Cent is?
I mean, you know the general idea, but you would know it's not in Marble Rising because it's a very exclusive neighborhood.
Got it. Great. No, I don't think so.
Oh, well, really the only neighborhood I know, but let's see if we can't get you sorted out, shall we? Very well. Let's get you sorted out, yes. And he kind of like puts his little mug down and calls out, Serena, I shall be back. Now, let's get you sorted away, yes? Come this way. And he kind of brings you over to a little kiosk and rings a little bell. A woman kind of comes out from behind there. What can I do for you tonight, good sir? It seems that this individual here is looking for an inn known as the Silver Cent? Oh, very good. Yes, we can arrange a guide for 1 silver. A guide will bring you to your location.
Oh. Well, I guess okay. You know where it is?
We have a documented location of all major locations within the city.
That's neat. I didn't know that was a thing.
It is a service only we provide. We have various branches throughout the city as well.
Ozo like looks around at the kiosk or the facade and is like, are there signs or whatever?
There is a sign. There's a pictogram that kind of is like a clueless face with a map next to it. And it's just got a sign that says like Nick's Clicks. Clicks spelled like Klik.
Nix. clicks.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. The owner of this franchised ability is Nicolas. Very ingenious man. He has spent many years cataloging and updating all of the various inns and restaurants and more the better shopping centers and such. So we have a very in-depth catalog of where things are. We're the only ones in the city who do.
That's actually very interesting and clever. I have to say, I have never been to a city with that.
Yes. Yes, our founder, Mr. Yelp, decided that it would be a good idea, as the city is sprawling and ever-changing.
Yes, and has lots of different names for lots of places. Okay, I guess, yes, please take me there.
Very well. And she extends her hand over the counter.
Oh, right. Okay. I pay the silver?
Great. The gentleman who approached you says, "Well, it seems that you are in good hands. Good luck on your journey back to your domicile. Have a good evening." And he just kind of strolls away. The woman whistles sharply, and you see a young man, probably about 16 to 17-ish, kind of human, scrawny kid, but in decent enough clothes. Comes over. He's got the pantaloons that are kind of popular here, and then a sleeveless vest with a big scarf kind of wrapped around his neck and over his shoulders. Let's see. We're going to be taking you to the Silver Cent. Let's see. Well, I don't see an inn called the Silver Cent. However, there is one called the Silver Set, owned by a feline woman named, let's see. Sometimes I can't read my own handwriting. Slumbering beneath smoke. Does that sound right?
That does.
Wonderful.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Silver Set. S-E-T.
Great.
She looks over. Very well. Lance, please. And she rumbles off an address to the boy. Lance will be your guide. Please follow him.
Okay. Ozo follows Lance. This is fun. Ozo in the big city by themselves.
Yeah. So this kind of scrawny, tanned youth is right this way. Please, just follow me. I'll bring you right where you're going. Now, have you been in the city long? And just kind of picks up chatter, and Ozo can engage as much as they want.
Yeah, Ozo will engage politely and slowly, and be amazed at the entire thing.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of
their experience of a city.
It's a lot of very basic chit chat, and you are brought by the most economical route back to the Silver Set, which takes about 40 minutes or so.
Got it.
But he brings you there, and he kind of bows and says, "Well, here you are. It was certainly a pleasure to bring you. I do hope you have a wonderful evening and enjoy your stay here in Marinette." And he kind of bows and kind of does one of these things and kind of he's pro-offering his hand.
What's happening? Yeah, Ozo does not get it, and shakes his hand, says thank you very much, and goes inside.
What you don't see is poor Lance going Aw, I thought I did good this time. And just kind of slowly turning and walking away.
Oh, Ozo liked Lance. Just doesn't. This is not what Ozo knows about cities.
Yeah. Poor Lance. He's not getting a croissant today.
A croissant?
They have croissants.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
No breakfast snack today.
Got it.
Anyway, so you return to the Silver Set. It is very late in the evening. There is like a young girl who you haven't seen before, kind of like just tending the fire that's kind of burning, and she kind of looks up and she goes, "Oh, hello. Can I help you?"
Well, I think we had rooms here, but I don't know if my friends have come back. I've sort of lost track of them.
Oh, well, maybe if you tell me your name, I can help you.
Oh, hello. I'm Ozo.
All right.
I was traveling with a blue person, an elf, another halfling, and another person in a mask, and a musician.
A blue person. Interesting. Well, let me take a look. She goes over and opens a book at the desk and like, oh, I do see your name here. Yes, your room is still available. Mr. Corvus is in residence. Oh, and you've been. This letter has been left for you. And she hands over a small little envelope.
Okay. I read the letter?
Yeah, it says, Ozo, it's been a weird, long, tiring day. Basically, Book of Tales, stranger, is in our room, sleeping. Just so you know, I'm there too. No funny business. Just wanted to let you know. Corvus.
Okay. That's good. Ozo will say thank you and good night and go up and find a corner in the room to sleep.
Yeah. You enter the room, and indeed, you see Corvus sleeping in his bed, and in the other bed, you see a feline woman kind of there and almost purring as she sleeps.
That's interesting. Ozo will just like, I don't know, pull a pillow that Corvus isn't using down and just lay down on the floor.
All right. And you go to sleep.
Yay. We'll see for how long.
Yeah. All right. So you are all attempting a long rest now.
Yeah.
Andra.
Yeah.
As you are sleeping, you find yourself dreaming about, or what is Andra dreaming about? You tell me.
I'm not sure. She might be having some nightmares about what's quick to ire running through her fireball and still going. Because that was fairly alarming to her, and she's probably having some residual nightmares about that. Because she was definitely under the impression that would make him stop, and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're having this dream and you're kind of seeing these visages over and over again. And you hear a voice next to you during one of them, and it's like, oh yes, that is very scary, isn't it? Your first fireball, I assume?
Who are you?
You turn and you see a cloaked figure. You can see very ornate, elaborate robes cloaking this figure, but Form is like, well, I believe you've been reading my book, my dear.
Oh, are you Azim?
Indeed.
Well, here.
I'm sorry, say that again? You got a little garbled.
Why are you here? I was reading your book. I thought maybe you were dead.
Since when has death ever been a problem for anybody?
But, like, this book is old.
Indeed, it is. It's one of my old journals from when I was very young.
And how old are you now?
It's rude to ask such things.
So?
I can see we're going to have an interesting conversation.
It's rude to do a lot of things.
Well,
If I didn't do anything rude, I wouldn't do much at all.
that's an interesting way to look at it. Suffice it to say that I wrote that in my training years in the hopes that some young, intrepid wizard would come along and desire answers to secrets that are untold and unencouraged by the soulless minions of orthodoxy.
Oh, yep, that's me.
The hot-blooded young wizard looking for answers, or the soulless minion
Yes.
of orthodoxy?
No, the looking for answers part.
Excellent. I love that in a wizard. Well, certainly seeing such a figure emerge barely singed from a very impressive fireball must be daunting to one such as yourself.
Yeah, apparently that cat doesn't stop. And I'm a little concerned because I think he has my friend.
Valid concern. Well, certainly evocation magics can be effective. I'm certainly not going to say that they can't be. But specializing in more unique sort of magics, something a bit quote-unquote darker or profane, as some might claim, can really enhance one's efforts, I find.
Does that make big scary cats stop?
Well, if you're powerful enough, just about anything can make a big feline stop.
So, no, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying no. I'm saying that it's all about what you want to be. If you want to be an evoker, then I would recommend getting some stronger evocation magic. Practice a bit. If you have other desires, such as if you have figured out how to read my notebook and figured out the tincture, it seems to me you might be inclined towards the necromantic arts, yes?
I mean, I am here to learn anything that makes things better.
Well, certainly necromancy solves a lot of problems. For one thing, you can always, bring some extra friends along that don't need to eat or sleep.
Sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that reanimating the big cat was not going to make things better.
No, but there are other darker spells that can drain the life essence from individuals. It can.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Well, that's going to take about 6 pages of your spellbook.
Okay. I mean, I've got a whole book. I've got a lot to learn.
Yes. But maybe we should start off a little more manageable for you, yes?
Okay. I've been to school. I know I have to learn basic things before I can learn more complicated things.
Of course, just like anybody else. The trick, of course, is the things that I can teach you can't find in any humdrum library necessarily. Research is interesting. Active research, the investigation of death, of bodies, of bones. These are the things that you should really strive for. If I were going to give you advice to start things off, I would say that one of the things you should start with... Where are you currently? It looks sandy and desert-like.
That's because we're in the desert.
Ah, so this is a recent memory.
Yes. Yes, we are currently in the desert. I forget what this continent is called, but we're in a town called Madnat. And it's
Oh,
very
you are in
sandy
Hessian.
and
Yes.
desert-like.
Yes, Hessian. Very well.
Yeah, it's hot, it's sandy, everything is gritty, and I keep getting sand in my eyes, and it's kind of terrible.
Yes. Well,
But it sounds like we're not leaving here anytime soon, so I guess I'm going to learn to live with sand in places I don't want sand.
yes. Well, tell me, what's your highest level spell that you would say is necromantic in nature?
That I've actually used, or that I've studied and think maybe I can use.
Either or.
Because I have definitely preserved some recently dead things for a time period, so that they might be useful to me later.
Sure, like a gentle repose sort of spell.
Yeah. In theory, I have been studying, and in theory, I might be able to reanimate a small creature. I mean, I have a familiar, and he's definitely not really alive.
Yes, the skeletal rat.
His name's Idea.
Oh, that's clever.
He's great.
Yes, he's part of the tincture benefits.
Yes, accurate. Before he was my familiar, I had prevented decay on him so that he would be freshly dead for longer.
A wise move. Good thinking.
But
I like that.
I'm kind of making this up as I go. So
very well.
There's not a whole lot of people out here teaching.
Indeed not.
So I have a familiar that's not really alive. And I loves him. And I would say that he is probably the biggest thing I've done in the realm of death.
Well, let's start you off light then, shall we? Tell me, would you like something more utilitarian and defensive, or something more aggressive?
Well, we seem to keep running into problems where people want to hurt us, so I think maybe I might want to be more aggressive. Because there's a really big cat person who really seems to have it in for us. And he doesn't burn.
In that case, my dear, your name, please?
Andra.
Well, my dear Andra, let tonight be a focus on a lesson, shall we?
Sure.
Very well. And he spends the night in your dreams. So maybe this is real, but this figure in your dreams begins teaching you a spell. So that's fun for you. Now, the first time you cast this spell, You may have a bit of difficulty because we're kind of cheating the system here. I wouldn't recommend doing this very often. But just to show you that I mean nothing but good intentions towards you, and am encouraging you along the way, I figure since you've gotten this far, a little more might encourage you some bit more. Leading with the carrot instead of the stick, as it were.
I love that. I like carrots.
Yes. Well. Very well. And so continues on. You all awaken after a long rest. Selenar and Ozo sleeps in a little bit longer because they need some. But Corvus lets you all know that in the morning because he saw Ozo asleep on the floor. All right, Andra.
Yeah.
When you awaken, you find yourself compelled to write in your spell book.
Excellent.
And you add the spell Bestow Curse.
Ooh.
Now,
Spell book.
yeah, put a little asterisk next to that, or take a note, and let me know the first time you cast that spell.
Okay.
Also, you have gotten a full night's rest. So, like, hit points, spell slots, everything come back. But you also have a level of exhaustion.
Sure.
Because your mind is just racked from your dream learning.
To go. All right.
Yeah. Great. Wonderful. So you now know the Bestow Curse spell.
Uh-huh.
Which is potentially helpful for you in a variety of ways. Eventually, Ozo wakes up. Ozo, you had a full rest for the first time in a few days, so you lose a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
So the three of you are back together. The others are here, but they're kind of shadowy and indistinct for the moment. Minus Renata, who you think Selenar and Andra, you think you are pretty sure where he is.
Yeah, his friends don't like us. They chased us off. They're mean.
Well, so what do you all want to do?
Well, what have you been doing?
I would like to say hello to Mike.
Perfect
Hello, everyone.
timing. Hello, Mike. Welcome in.
This is gonna sound like a dumb question because I wasn't here last week. Where is Selenar in this scene we just watched? I thought I was with Andra.
You are. We are both in our room at the Silver Set.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not in the hovel. We're in the inn.
No. We left the hovel. We went to the place where we think Renata might be, and we were chased off by the giant cat person who ran through a fireball and kept going. And we kept running and went back to the Silver Set because we determined that we needed to find the rest of our friends because we need help.
So at the Silver Set, we are in a room, which is our original room because we still have the key.
Correct.
Even though we entered as child and cat.
Correct.
Okay, great. So, okay. Cool. Way more comfortable than Renata's crib.
Yes. Renata's crib, as far as we can tell, has been compromised. And there were scary people there. So we've come back to the place where we can at least lock the door behind us.
Reasonable.
And also to hopefully at least gather Lunine and maybe Ozo, who we have heard is being released, but we have not actually seen. Lunine we have seen, laid eyes upon, and he is up in his room having the world's longest fucking bath.
So the whole party is almost together for the first time in like 2 months.
Yes. We are, everyone except Renata is currently in our rooms at the Silver Set. Renata is tied to a chair in a stable.
So you assume.
But we don't, yeah.
Cool.
He has been taken captive by some people.
Yeah. And speaking of Renata, who was last we seen getting spit in his face in the midst of the night, a few hours later, still tied to a chair, still gagged, kind of just like getting a couple hours of shut-eye in this uncomfortable position. The door in the dark room opens, and you are kicked in the shin. You start awake, Renata, and through this darkness, you see, illuminated by a couple of glowing orbs in some dim light, a young feline individual. You recognize him immediately. It's Rhymes in the Dark. And
I'm still gagged, so I can't quite exactly say hello, what's up, how are you?
yeah,
So
yeah,
True.
he looks at you, and well, time to bite the bullet. You've been cutting corners for years. What you did was a bad idea. Hope you've gotten everything out of your system you needed to. But if you think forgiveness is on the option, you've missed the boat. We will not let you off the hook. No pain, no gain. I don't care what you might have to say. To make matters worse, you look the same. That's the last straw. Well, I hope you get your act together. But I know you won't. And he just kind of looks at you, and you see his eyes narrow down and become little tiny slits as they stare at you. And he just leans in to your ear and whispers, "Break a leg, Justin." And he kind of walks out, and the orbs kind of follow him out, and he shuts the door.
Renata is a little hurt that he says I look the same after all these years. Thought I would have looked a little more sexier as years have gone by, but hey, to each their own.
Well, Renata, as you say that, you swear you've been gone a year. Like, maybe. But each one of, like, most of these people have said multiple years have gone by.
You know, I've noticed this before, And I thought maybe I just had something wrong in my notes, but I was like, I could have sworn I told Jared 1 year, but or you told me 1 year. Now everyone's saying 5 years.
Yeah.
Cool. I thought maybe I just miswrote something in my
Nope.
notes. Okay, so I'm gonna dwell on that a little bit. Trying to think if there's any reason why they would say 5 years instead of 1. But I am a little tired and I can't think straight, and my shin hurts.
Yeah.
So I can't think of an answer as to why.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, you kind of are just beginning to nod off again, and you think, well, maybe you can get through it. And then the door slams open with a loud crash, jolting you back awake. And even in the darkness, you see a massive dark form silhouetted by whatever light is beyond that door. A figure who was always tall, but is now just stacked with muscle. And you see him just stomp into the room and slam the door shut behind him. Justin, you son of a bitch. Oh, what's the matter? Can't talk? No.
I roll my eyes.
A massive hand slaps your face. Oh, did that hurt, little fucker? You caused everybody a headache, you know. First of all, we lost like 5 gigs because we didn't have a lead singer right off the bat, which then gave us a bad rep. Man, you're such a little shithead. Renata had all these problems. She was having a hard time, but man, when you fucking left, that was like a slap in the face, and I hate being slapped in the face. And he punches right past your head, almost through the wall. You kind of turn your head and you can see like a divot has been left in the wall by his fist. You know, nobody likes you. Nobody ever really did. I certainly didn't. Maybe the others were swayed by your charms, but I always thought you were a dick. Self-serving, egotistical. You didn't give a fuck about what anybody else thought or felt. It was all to make your life better, to serve your image of your self-imposed grandeur. Well, fuck you, asshole. You know, I don't even really mind what we do for work now. I think it's kind of fun. But, man, you ruined some lives, you little fuck. And I don't give a shit about what you think anymore. As far as I'm concerned, I could kill you right now. And he reaches out his massive furred paw and just begins to slowly, like, squeeze your throat. Losing a little vocal exercises. Oh, should have toughened them up more, shouldn't you? Scrawny little bitch boy. Which you find hilarious because last time you saw Quick to Ire, he was the skinny little thing. Like, he was always tall, taller than you. But, like, he was skinny. Very lithe. Now he's just a stack of muscle and mass. And as you are beginning to lose unconsciousness, he releases your throat. But, unfortunately for me, Renata has different plans for you, Justin. I don't know what they are, but I bet they're going to be good. So, hope you get a good dream out of that. You little shit. And he just kind of like slams the door open and slams it shut again as he leaves.
I realized in the moment that I remembered him being a scrawny little guy that I had also met a kid who I remember being scrawny before leaving. And upon returning, seeing him much too older than he should have been. And at the time, I played it off to puberty, but now my brain is starting to make a connection between these two.
Fair enough. So we return to the silver set. The full party minus Renata has gathered there, having a bit of a late breakfast at a table. Corvus is very quiet, as is Lunine. Corvus seems to be mulling something over, like internally in his mind, and Lunine is just ambivalent. So, Renata, or Selenar rather, and Ozo and Andra, what are you going to do? Or what are you going to discuss?
So you made it back.
Yep. I seem to owe some people a lot of money. Do we know how that works? I will lose a hand if I don't pay them, apparently.
You should probably pay them. I
Right.
think Lunine has a similar thing. So I guess
Okay.
we're sticking around for a little while, which if you ask me kind of blows because this place kind of sucks. But I guess it could be worse.
Sure.
Also, still unclear if the rest of us are wanted criminals. So I guess, they're tracking you two, but the rest of us have been living in disguise for a couple days, and I'm not sure when or how we'll know if it's safe to stop doing that. So yeah. But is Book of Tales still asleep in your room?
No, she's awake. She's out doing something. You're not quite sure what. Or actually, she's over at another table talking to another group that's here, like a pair of people. She's just being social.
Okay, but we've seen her this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So Book of Tales can talk and sing and stuff again. And that's why they let you go, is because she went and told a bunch of people that Smoke, whatever the hell his name is was real bad. And so presumably he's in trouble now, although it's unclear how much trouble. But you guys are in less trouble. So that's a bonus. I think maybe Corvus knows more about like what Corvus went to the Grand Magister something or others, the Grand Poobah's offices with Book of Tales to testify and stuff. So maybe he knows a little bit more. In the meantime, we're just kind of going out disguised, and maybe we shouldn't. If you're being tracked, maybe we shouldn't hang out with you.
Oh, am I being tracked?
I mean, you've got that thing on your
They
wrist.
didn't mention tracking. They said if I go too far, it will get tight.
Okay, so maybe it's
Who's
just
they?
proximity.
Scrip and Scrap, the moneylenders. They said they worked with Lunine.
Sure.
So you're clear with the city as far as they're concerned.
I did a lot of paperwork. And they were given money. Well, gold bricks.
Sure.
So it seems Ozo and Lunine, at least, don't need to be in disguise.
Does seem that way.
Selenar, by the way, this morning put on his robe again, even though it's hot, with the hood up to hide his, like, elvishness a little bit.
Yeah. Andra's definitely going around with her hood up.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Renata?
Some people kidnapped him.
That's the problem, right?
Yeah, we think maybe it's some people he knew before he left here. We're not real sure who they are, but they're definitely people who knew him. And knew his mom. Unclear what happened to his mom, but I don't think anything good. They were one of them was like using her ghost to like haunt the hovel. You haven't been to the hovel yet. The hovel's pretty terrible. The house where Renata grew up has fallen into some disrepair. By which I mean there's a giant hole in the fucking roof and there's no door. And it's kind of a trash heap. But we stayed there a couple nights because hey, nobody there was looking for us. So yeah. But he does have some really nosy neighbors, which is how we found out that these people kidnapped him. And they definitely seem to be people who knew him. Like they weren't random strangers looking for a random person. They were definitely people who knew Renata, and they're definitely upset with him for some reason.
They also called him Justin.
Also that.
Interesting.
So yeah.
I wonder if Renata's figured out he can't climb his mountain by himself yet.
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
Why are
Unfortunately, I think we do owe him to break him out.
Are there mountains here?
Wait a minute. I missed a lot.
Yeah, you can see mountains in the distance on the desert.
Okay.
Like Madanat is kind of like in like a... There are mountains kind of like to two sides of Madanat, and it kind of nestles in between them.
Okay. Do you mean a real mountain, Selenar?
I don't think so.
Okay. Idea scouted the place where the people went. We assume we haven't seen Renata, but the people who took him were definitely in this house. And it's a huge house. So we didn't get to look in all the places in this huge house. But Idea went in, and Corvus went in a little bit, and then they have apparently a guard cat who made a ruckus, and then they came looking for us. So Idea has seen a lot of it, and it's mostly like storage and boxes and crates and hay bales and stuff.
Where is the house?
It's
out of character because I was there. Like how far?
It's on the outskirts of town.
Yeah, it looked like it was like an old manor or stable or something from like before Madanat really like grew into the. It was like an abandoned manor, like on the outskirts of the Dust Barrow. So like not a lot of neighbors close by. Pretty rundown looking.
But the people who took them, some of them use magic, and at least one of them can run through fire, which was really alarming.
Okay.
Do we know where? Yeah. We don't know where he is in the house, obviously.
No. We don't know that Renata is there at all, except that the people who took him went there. And we definitely saw them, because they came after us and chased us away.
Did we attempt to message him through the walls of the house?
Yes, and I don't believe he responded.
Okay, so he was either unconscious or not in the house. Or
Or
Too far away.
truly didn't want help at all.
possibly didn't want help at all. It's also it was a big enough house that like
Yeah, normal message could have just been stumped.
yeah, it could have just been too far away. Because when Idea went in, I lost Idea's range is only a little bit smaller than message. And I lost Idea for a little bit when he was in the house. So the house is huge.
So, to be clear, Renata is missing. Lunine and I owe a goblin and a kobold over 1,000 gold, and you're wanted by the city.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We were wanted by the city for the same crime you were imprisoned for, but we hid and were not caught.
Right.
Unclear if they're still looking for us.
Well, I still have to pay them money and had to be in jail, so I feel like they're not very forgiving.
Yeah.
That's my feeling as well.
So, our options are to go do more of the thing they didn't like,
Uh-huh. Maybe more
or go
quietly
make
because
some money.
now we know the cat is the alarm system. So if we manage to distract the cat, maybe we can find out more things. Idea is really good at sneaking around. I mean, he snuck in to visit you in jail.
Yes. But if they know someone's coming, it's not just the cat who's going to be paying attention.
Maybe,
I
but
mean, that's what
like-
Corvus and I would do if we were somewhere where we were trying to keep people out. We would pay attention.
well, sure, but like they were doing other things until the cat made a ruckus.
But you made a ruckus and they looked for you.
The cat made a ruckus and they looked for us.
Just a
Also,
question.
maybe we were clumsy.
I'm not good with money. How much money do we have? Assuming we all work together.
I don't know. I don't have very much money because I keep using it to buy spell components and things.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
I have a
Lunine.
fair bit. I can count it if you'd like. I don't think it's 500.
I thought Lunine had a lot of money, but if he also owes the goblin and the kobold money, maybe he doesn't. Maybe it's all just an act.
Well, maybe it's not here. I hear that's a thing. You can have money and it's not in your pocket.
Sure.
So I think Lunine and I need to find a job. I found a job, but it was a different city.
Yeah.
I don't know how to find a job in this city.
I mean, it must be the same thing. They must have like a thing, like a bulletin board somewhere.
Jeff is remembering there is a bulletin board in the docks when we came off the boat.
Oh yeah, that was the one
real?
the one that I failed to read that told me I couldn't light fires in alleyways.
You have heard people mention, and Renata mentioned this too, that like, there are like essentially message boards in various locations that have like potential job offers, people looking for caravan guards, stuff like that.
Okay, so we could do that. Maybe if we got like on a long enough caravan, by the time we got back, you would have money.
Yeah. Let's find that. And you can walk me by where Corvus is if you think you're going to be hidden enough. But I'm not going to lie. I'm worried about doing more stuff that the law doesn't like. I don't think the law is very nice.
No. Corvus is right here. Do you mean where Renata is?
Yes.
Sure, we can go
It's been
back
a long
there.
couple of days. I could use more sleep.
But the big cat ran through a fireball.
I'm not trying to break in. I don't know where things are in this city. I learned that there are people who can guide you, but I don't think they're going to guide us to a mysterious mansion at the edge of town. So
No.
we should know where it is. I would like to know where it is.
Sure. We could also show you where the hovel is, because I assume if Renata gets free, that's where he'll go, despite the fact that they've been watching it and it's a dumb thing to do, but Renata's been doing a lot of dumb things since we got here.
Okay. Let's take a walk. Maybe not everyone. Or anyone
if
they've
we're coming
seen.
with you, we should go upstairs for a moment to change.
You do what you need to do. I don't know how to run from the law, but I am gonna take a walk. I need to know where things are. And I need to find a job.
Sure.
Is Lunine ever going to come out of the bathroom, do you think?
I don't know. He might be part water, but he might be like maybe he's a merman.
Lunine looks up from his plate of food and kind of just squints at you like, the fuck?
Oh, I thought Lunine was still taking a bath.
No.
Um,
He joined you all for dinner or for breakfast.
Gotcha. Well, Lunine and I are in the clear, so there's a world in which we follow instructions to go and find out where the hovel is and where this house is, and we've not been discovered. That is what Ozo/Amber want to do.
Yeah. Also,
Ozo's not about to go running into anything.
Also, you do know that like slumbering beneath smoke is also here. Like she's working this morning, tending to the inn. So you could ask her. She might have information.
Oh. She might know of people who are looking to hire people.
Sure. Ozo is learning about asking for help. Ozo might do that. I need a job, says Ozo. Ozo's learning about bail.
Yeah.
So as you kind of determine what route you're going to go first thing this morning, we're going to take a little break. So we'll take a quick little 5-minute break, and then we will be right back. Thank you, Taco Sen Mashu. So good to see you. Thank you, Ives Got It, for being here. And we'll be right back after this short rest.
Root.
surprised fall's coming.
Hello, everyone. We are back. Thank you for sticking with us while we took a little breaky brew, little bio and whatnot. Great. So, yes, our friends at the Silver Set.
Oh,
you
hello.
can figure out. You've been kind of debating what it is you want to do. Do you want to go after Renata? Ozo seems concerned about earning money to pay back their loan that got them out of jail. You seem to have a general concern about whether or not you are still wanted or people are on the lookout for you.
Correct.
Selenar
So-
thinks that he and Andra are going to go back into stealth mode and guide Ozo to these places.
Yeah.
That's what I think is going to happen.
I would agree. I think we're going to disguise ourselves, perhaps not as quite the, perhaps as a slightly better, less urchiny child. Like still looking to be a child, but perhaps not so much fitting in the dust barrow, but more of a, you know.
Yeah, more like middle class child.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I was definitely still looking to be sort of unremarkable. And yeah, we can swing by those docks and look at that bulletin board thing. That apparently Andra has now been told by multiple people she should have read on the way in. And see what it has to say about employment. And I think we should show Ozo and Lunine where the hovel is, because that's a place we've been using, but to caution them that we think it's compromised, and then swing by the place where we think Renata is and see what's going on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also don't think that the bulletin board is going to have jobs of the volume of money that we need, but
Probably not.
Selenar will keep that to himself. But he's like, no upstanding job is going to pay us 1,000 gold. So he's like keeping his eye out for like bounty hunter jobs, like, I don't know. We need Corvus to activate his sketchy underworld jobs, but not illegal.
Sketchy underworld, high paying, but totally on the up and up.
Correct. Correct.
Interesting combo. Yeah. Okay, great. So, I guess the question is, where do you go first?
So after Selenar's, or like first?
Yeah, like
I don't think Ozo has seen us in our cat and child situation yet.
No,
So
not at all.
Selenar says like we should go upstairs to change, and then I'm like giving the side eye to Andra to be like, should we go upstairs to change, but in a less overt way?
Yeah, probably. I think I left my thing in our room.
Yes. I'll see you in a moment. We'll be back. And Selenar just gets up and walks upstairs.
Andra follows him and is looking, just finding an out of the way place to cast disguise self.
Correct.
Like, if that means going all the way back to our rooms, great. If, the stairwell is empty,
yeah, it's
then
empty.
that's good enough.
Yeah.
Yep. As long as I'm confident no one can see, I will also do the thing. And become adorable and cuddly.
Yeah, easy enough for you both to do. Great.
Cool.
So you return, Ozo. You see a fairly average-looking child and a cat kind of saunter in from where your friends just departed. Corvus kind of nods in their direction and kind of nods like, yeah, that's them.
That's a look.
Hey, it's
I
gotten
guess
us. It's kept us out of trouble
it's
this
different.
far.
Yeah. Okay.
Eleanor
Let's
opts up into your hood
go.
again.
Yep. So I have a idea on my hood and Selenar on my shoulder. And
This is a great
let's go.
disguise. I love this.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Let's go.
Nobody will notice.
All right, where do you go first?
I think the docks, right?
Do you
swing by.
ask slumbering beneath smoke if
Ozo will ask slumbering
Yeah.
if
she lets you know
Yes.
that there's a bulletin board where jobs are posted not too far from the silver set.
Let's start there then.
great.
Cool.
Where to go?
Yeah, she lets you know that like if you're looking for long-term employment, then like she might know people who are looking for like janitors and stuff. But if you're looking for something a little more dangerous, where the pay is higher and a little quicker to earn, then like the bulletin boards are your best bet.
Okay. For now, that's what I'm looking for. Until Ozo becomes a janitor.
Until Ozo becomes a janitor. Yeah.
That's how this campaign will end. We will
Yes.
all work at a middle school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so you find one of these bulletin boards, and all three of you go ahead and make either make a perception check.
Ooh.
Dirty 20, not bad.
Glorious. Selenar, with your keen elven eyes, the first thing you are drawn to is even in cat form here, is like up on like a corner, there's a large piece of parchment that has been nailed onto the board that says wanted for thievery, and thievery has been like crossed out, and a sticker has been pasted over it, and it says vigilantism, and it's got a drawing that looks pretty much like you, a drawing that looks pretty much like Renata, a drawing that looks pretty much like Andra, and then a drawing that looks like a masked Corvus, with a question mark after the name Corvus, and a name under, and like each of your names under your various drawings. And you see like it had a reward something, but now it's like information on whereabouts leads is like it's like a 50 gold reward has been posted. So like information leading
Well,
to
there's your answer.
the rest of these people.
Cool.
Ta-da.
So do we think
so that's the first thing
smoke?
you see.
Yeah.
You also find that there is an offer from the Merchant Council, documenting, it basically says, due to reports of raiders clad in black and red armors and monsters of tooth and claw, the Merchant Council is offering a bounty of 4,000 gold pieces to any successful party who can take out these ruffians and bring back proof of their success.
How much gold?
4,000.
4,000. That's promising.
This is on the caravan travel between Madanat and the other two cities that are mentioned here in Hessian. or that you have heard mentioned here, Port Dwali and Port Kazim.
Hmm.
Cool.
I think we should
I
pocket
mean-
that one.
When is this? Does it have a time limit?
No, it just seems like
There's
it looks like it's been up there for a few weeks, but it doesn't seem like it's been claimed yet.
all right. It's like bounty hunting. It's not travel with the caravan. It's caravan route. Go
Correct.
fuck around and find out.
There are
Kill
al-
some people.
there are also multiple caravan guard positions that you see as well. They seem to pay between 3 and 5 gold per day, providing you survive. And there's and each of them have like a little like asterisk that's like bonuses for exceptional work.
Cool. Cool.
Well, that's certainly
And there's a variety of
quicker than
merchants
4 years.
and a variety of merchants are offering that.
Okay. Well, we know where we could go, and that seems to be within the range where I could go, and maybe we can do that. Ozo realizes that they shouldn't say any names halfway through the sentence and decides to wander off.
I mean, I guess we could maybe try doing a thing.
Yeah, let's keep walking and continue to orient ourselves in this new city, says Ozo, mechanically. Ozo's
Sure.
really good at lying.
Come on and see this historic hovel.
Yeah,
Okay, so bulletin board done. Where do you want to go next?
Dust Bowl. Take me to the hovel. Ozo's trying to get a lay of the land and understand where everything is, so Ozo is not lost.
Yeah, about a half hour goes by, and you walk through the area of the Spice Mile, down into the Dust Barrows, down to a stretch of dirty road with big like cart ruts and like uneven everything, uneven hard-packed dirt streets and lopsided buildings in various states of disrepair. And you find yourself on a bit of street called Tallow's Rut. And there's a small little
How much
plaza.
time has gone by? Did you say a half hour?
About a half an hour.
Okay.
And you find yourselves near this this plaza, this kind of like little ruined plaza that has like a fountain that's kind of trickling out a little bit of water, not so much a lot. But there's like kids there kind of playing, and a few people are like getting ewers of water to like fill and kind of like chatting while they're waiting for the water to drip into their ewers. It seems like this is a daily sort of chore that they do. Those of you who've been here find yourself at the hovel that was once Renata's home, with a wide open door that's got like a half hanging curtain rod with like a bit of a moth-eaten curtain on it, and you can see like it's been busted and there's been like stuff scratched into it. It looks like the most beaten up, rundown thing in this immediate vicinity.
So,
What a shame.
act
Those
real
things.
casual. And I think we're going to let Corvus in his old man disguise go in with Ozo and Lunine if they want to see the inside. And me and my creatures will maybe find like a shadowy nook to kind of lay low a little bit. Because we
Ozo
know
is
the
the-
neighbor. We know the neighbor's watching. The neighbor's real nosy.
Sure. Basically, I want a perception check, see if anybody else is watching. Is this still being watched? I've known about the noisy neighbor.
Yeah,
Vibe
make a
check.
perception check.
I don't need to go inside.
23.
23 that time.
So people are like noticing your group because there's like a cluster of 5 of you. or 4 of you, and one of you has like a cat around the shoulders. Um, but nobody seems to be like watching the place. You do see like a curtain in the little house across the way kind of pull aside for a moment and then shut again. You see like there's a group of kids kind of playing. One seems to be kind of like a taller, gangly little feline, with like a group of like humans mostly, kind of like bullying them around. Kind of like a kiddie street gang almost. You see adults kind of doing their chores, going about, people coming and going. It seems like a fairly busy area. It's early enough in the day, so it's not like too warm, but you can imagine it's going to be like really hot and oppressive here because there's no like sense that like the rest of the city farther west is like blocking the ocean breeze. So like it probably bakes here in the middle of the day.
Not much shade other than the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ozo's just gonna say, this looks like a nice neighborhood. I'm surprised this building got to be this yucky. I guess
Yeah,
we'll keep walking now.
As you say that, you realize that the building that they're referring to as the hovel is a hovel on a street of buildings in disrepair, like, you know, shantytown kind of vibes, but that hovel is like normally somebody would like pull up in something like that if it was available.
Right.
But nobody
Right.
is. It is just gross.
Right. It's the worst house on the street by far in an absurd level, and nobody's there, and it's weird.
Yeah.
Ozo's just gonna observe that and then be like, okay, well, I guess we'll keep walking. We're trying to get down to what, the outskirts of town or the
Outskirts of the Dust Barrow. So we're gonna keep walking if the people who don't know. Yeah, we will keep on walking toward the giant old stable.
Yeah, you know the way. You all tracked your way there, so it's not hard to get to. You get to the general vicinity, and you know like a couple streets down and over, past a few of these buildings, which the buildings here, it seems like larger families have taken over a lot of these, or like large groups of people who are sharing the space. It's weird because it's not aggressively like there's not an aggressive thing of like, this is our turf, get off it. But like your presence is noted by those you pass by. It seems more as like I'd like all of you to give me a general insight check in this area.
Yeah. As we get closer, Andra is definitely going to walk more slowly, and kind of try to keep to what shadows there are. Not that there's many.
Very insightful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all kind of get like people are just in their life kind of vibes. Selenar, you get the vibe that like this community is loosely identifiable as one. It's very much a community of like, mind your business and we'll mind ours, and that's kind of the general rule of thumb around here. The vibe is very like, we're probably not going to call the cops on you. We're not going to call the guard. As long as you're not doing anything to us, we don't really care. Like, we didn't see nothing. We didn't say nothing. People are living in their own existence in this area. And they don't seem to, like, cross their various lines that they've arbitrarily made, which is very different from where you grew up, where, like, gossip was an art form.
Seems very live and let live around here.
Yeah,
I guess that's a good thing.
Ozo, on that 23 perception, you have not seen a single guard since you got to the Dust Barrow.
Hey, idea. You wanna maybe run ahead
Yes.
and can you don't have to run very far ahead, but just go ahead and let me know if any of those mean people are out and about.
Okay. If
The
that's
ones
what
that
you
were in
want.
the house we sent you into last time. They came out and attacked when they came out and attacked us.
Sure.
Yeah, can you just maybe go a little ahead and scout that out?
I suppose I could.
Thank you.
Uh,
You're the best idea.
I am, aren't I? And he like clambers down out of your hood and scampers off. Go ahead, make a perception check for idea.
16.
You hear in your mind, well, they're not on the street. They're not around this corner. They're not on this street. I don't see any. Well, I see people, but I don't see the ones who chased after us. Chased after you, I suppose. They didn't know I was there.
That's because you are the best idea, and you are super stealthy, and we're very lucky.
Yes. Oh, I found their house again. The door is
Oh, good.
shut.
It was open last time, wasn't it?
Yes.
Cool. All right, I will relay to the people walking with me that Idea has gone ahead and doesn't see any of the people, but he's outside the house and the door is closed, which is new. Um,
Yep. Sounds like
so
they know.
so we are walking toward it. We are keeping our heads on a swivel. We are not drawing attention to ourselves, and we are not going to stop as we go by the house. We're just gonna walk along and be like, "Hey, there it is. Let's keep going."
That's fine.
Yeah.
That was always the plan.
Yeah, and you see a large, sort of ruined manor style house. Not like manors in the architecture, but like as in like the estate. It looks like it was once multiple stories and now is maybe two in most places. It looks like whatever was above maybe a third story has like crumbled beneath sand and wind and whatever. And certainly some parts of the second floor seem to just be piles of rubble that have like caved into the walls. Like you can see like piles of like debris sticking up over where like the walls would be or the ceiling should be.
Is the outside of it rough enough that say a rat could climb it?
Can always try.
Hey, idea.
Yeah.
Think you can climb up to where the walls are broken up there and maybe go inside the second floor that way?
Perhaps.
Why don't you try it? We're going to go just a little bit out of view of the house, but we won't be far. We're still hoping Renata's in there. And if we can find out, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Thank you, idea.
So he kind of goes and scrambles. Does he have a climb speed?
He does, I believe.
Hmm.
I am checking. Yes, climbs 20 feet.
Okay. So go ahead, make a stealth check for idea since he has a climb speed.
11.
All right. So
Right, yeah,
he
6:30.
slowly like works his way up, kind of leaving a psychic turn of events, like rundown of events. Like, okay, let's see. I go here, and then this is a little bump. I can use that. Yes, okay. My claws will work here.
So when Selenar sees Idea halfway up, He just mumbles, "I think I can do better," and
Uh,
also goes to climb the wall in cat form.
by the way, an hour has gone by, so you would have had to recast your illusion spell.
Yep.
It's 2 hours, but sure.
No, I have an hour.
She's got an
okay,
hour.
great.
Yeah,
You're
or
2
3.
hours.
Okay. It's hard for me to keep track of that, which is why you're here.
Yeah.
Among other reasons.
Yep.
The cat also has a climb speed?
40 feet.
Great. Yeah, so you begin scampering up as well. Go ahead, make a stealth check as a cat.
Does this button work? Yeah, it does. And also an 11.
Okay, great. So you climb up into the, we'll call it the southeast corner of the building. You climb up walls and get to the top. And as you get to the top, you see that literally the entire like roof here has caved in, and like beneath it is just like the walls are acting like the outside of a box, and there's just piles of rubble and debris that are like in this area, like the entire roof has fallen in. Whereas like if you look down a bit, you can see that there is like still roof. So you scamper down into the rubble and kind of begin, moving your way over these piles and mounds of debris. And I leave it to you. Like, it's like, where do you want to go? Like, from the corner of a building, would you go north or would you go west?
I'm interested in trying to look into windows, if there are any windows on the exterior. Or if there's big holes in the roof, I would climb around the roof and just look down into them.
Yeah, I think we're looking for a way into the part of the second floor that is still intact.
Sure. There are a couple windows. They're not on the side that you are currently on. Where you are seems to be like the ruined side of the house.
Right. Where the ruined side.
I'm trying to find Renata, and if he's in a room with a window, I'm hoping to just, I don't know, be a cat and just see and then keep scampering around.
So is your plan just to like climb from window to window?
Yes.
Great. Make a Constitution saving throw as a cat. Just a little endurance.
I'm
check.
I'm telling Idea to try to find a way into the whole part of the second floor from the rubble.
It's a +0, so I just rolled a d20, so 14. Just straight 14.
Okay, great. Cool. Great. Yeah, Idea goes like through the open roof into the big pile of rubble, which is very tight and very cramped. Eventually, he kind of like works his way out and lets you know that it's like, I'm in a hallway.
Great. Do you see anyone?
No.
Do you see? Are there doors? Are there any doors? Are there any rooms you can get into?
Maybe.
Why don't you try? And it's very important that you not be seen. But I think we're still doing some reconnaissance of this building and hoping to see what there is in these rooms, and especially if Renata is in one of them.
Okay.
Thank you, Idea.
So he begins slowly moving down a corridor. Selenar, you kind of manage to like climb your way between like pegs that are sticking out, like for supports that are inside the stone or whatever, and various big stone blocks, and you kind of make your way over to a window. And it's just a small little window. And the first one you look in, kind of down the west from where you had started climbing. You look in and you see a stairwell. That seems to go up to this second floor. That's the first window you see. Moving along.
Yeah, I'm gonna take notes of these staircases real quick as you tell me what's in them. But yeah, the only reason I would stop is if I run out of windows or if I see Renata in a window.
Yeah. The next kind of where a window looks like it should be, you find a collapsed stairwell that looks like it used to go up to a higher floor that no longer exists. So it's just collapsed.
So just to be clear, the first window, I think I am on a second floor window and I see a staircase heading down to the lower floor.
Correct.
In the first window. Okay, great.
Yeah. The third window looks like it's into like a little privy.
It's important to have a view while you use the cookie.
It is.
More importantly, it's probably better to have ventilation.
Yeah, that's probably more what the deal is. Going around the corner, you're now moving north up the western wall. You find a fairly large window. Into a pretty large and well-appointed room. Where you hear like music coming out of. You just hear like a gentle strumming of a lute. And as you look in, you see sitting on a chair a human woman. And your head pops up to look in the window, and she's looking out the window and she sees you immediately, and she's like, "Oh, kitty. Come here, little kitty."
I meow and scamper along.
You scamper, and she like goes and puts her head out and just kind of watches you as you kind of like scamper down to the next window, which also looks into her room.
Do I notice her watching me with her head out the window?
Oh yeah.
Okay, then I just go up to the roof or whatever is above, out of sight.
Okay. Yeah, you climb up onto the roof from there, and you kind of hear a little, huh. And then you hear the lute strumming again momentarily.
And then I wait another 10 seconds, and then I continue.
Okay. You climb back down. The next window is a smaller room. You go by from the roof. You can tell that like the next room is like all collapsed in. You go in, continuing on to the fourth window, which is like shuttered and barred probably from the inside, so you don't know what's in there. The next room is also shuttered and barred, but it's got like the slat is a little loose. You might be able to finagle it as a cat. If you want to make an athletics check as a cat.
That's just dexterity, right?
Strength.
That is way worse. When you say finagle it, do you mean like pry it open or like shove my head in a little bit?
Like pry open this little like loose slat.
I'm not going to attempt to pry it open. I will listen real hard at the hole in the slat, like put my ear up against it.
Okay, make a perception check. As you.
12.
Okay, great. It sounds quiet in there.
Okay, I move on.
Yeah, you turn a corner. So now, and it's like, you can see that like it's a corner and then another corner. It's like a jut out. There's another window that probably looks into the same room, but again, it's shuttered. Then you go back up, you take the corner to go further up the north wall, or rather to head north on the jutting out western wall. Look in, see a staircase, and then you come to like what may have been a patio at some time, because it's just like flat top of the like roof of the first floor. And you kind of scamper along that, begin coming down the wall. You're heading south now on the jut out wall on the east side, which does not lead to any windows. You turn, traveling east along the north facing wall, where you do find two windows, which are shuttered. You turn the corner to head south again. Find another window that's shuttered. And then a small open window that is into a privy. And then you find that you have come to where the roof is caved in, and it seems like it's just debris in these next like 4 rooms. These next 4 or 5 windows are just full of rocks and debris and ruined stuff.
Can you confirm that there was a like a dormer, what do you call a jutted out area with 3 shuttered windows on it, one of which was the one that was slightly cracked? And I think that there's 3 shuttered windows on one room.
You think there are 3 shuttered windows on one room. The jut out did not have any windows except for one that showed a staircase.
I go back to the 3 shuttered windows into one room that I think exists.
Mm-hmm.
And any of the 3 windows is good.
Sure.
I'm just gonna scratch at the shutter and see if I get any response from inside.
Okay. We'll find out. Let's see. Are you hoping for a response or not?
I'm hoping that this is a shuttered makeshift prison cell, and that Renata might be inside. If it's anyone else, I'm literally going to run away.
All right,
as
cool.
fast as possible.
We're going to roll a straight luck check to see what kind of result you get here. You want above an 11. You want an 11 or higher.
Is that just a d20?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right.
So that's an 8.
Oh, you rolled it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So you are scratching, and a few moments later you hear a couple like heavy footsteps, and then I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as a cat as the shutter is slammed open by a massive feline form. What the fuck is that?
I'm getting good at least knowing where this button is. Dexterity saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
16.
Great. You do not go flying off. You manage to hold on to the shutter as it's slammed open. Your cat form gets slammed into the stone wall. But you don't take any damage because you made the save.
That's great, because I only have 2 hit points in this form.
Yeah, DC
Why
10.
would it
It
be
wasn't.
awkward to suddenly be an elf hanging from the shutter?
That would be very awkward. I'm glad I made that saving throw.
It wasn't hard.
Okay, so assuming there's no other happening right now, I just want to make sure that I remember which window, what part of the house the first window I saw was a staircase that went from the ground floor to the second floor. I just want to know where that is in my mental map of the building.
So that was like on the south side of the building, kind of in the middle.
Okay. Then I return to the broken in collapsed area, and I am now looking to see if there is a door into the second floor from this collapsed area.
Yeah, so this area is less of like it's not like rooms that have just been like filled with rubble. It's like everything has collapsed in, and then like more rubble has been like put in there. So maybe like they were cleaning, they like in their effort to like clean it up, they just kind of threw all the stuff in the places that they weren't going to use anyway. So it's just like piles and piles of rubble, like full up to rooms and like little. It's very like, imagine like a junkyard just crammed into some rooms, and it's all just like broken stone and masonry and furniture and whatnot.
But eventually, where the rubble ends and the rest of the house begins, there is a hallway or a door or something into the not fucked up part of the house.
There was an idea-sized hole.
Yeah, you managed. You're a tiny little cat right now. You managed to squirm your way through. It's a tight squeeze. Like if you were you make an intelligence check for me, Selenar, or a survival check. Either one. Your choice.
Well, let's see. Survival's a +7, so 21.
Yeah. You can tell that if you like all these piles and everything are built up. If you were your normal size, like if you were like a normal sized elf, you would not be able to like fit through these areas. This is kind of like made to be impassable unless you like spend a lot of time like moving the rocks and stuff. But as a cat, you're able to find your way through and kind of, and you find yourself in a hallway at the top of that staircase you saw from the first window. Meanwhile, Idea has been scouting around and says, I think I can get under this first door. There's a stairwell that leads down. And then what's over here? Oh, the collapsed stairwell. Looks like it came from wherever the roof used to be. And then there's a door.
I don't think you want to go up or downstairs. I think we should concentrate on this floor.
I found a door. There's music coming from behind the door.
Let's maybe skip that room.
Doesn't Renata play music, though?
Renata plays music when he's at home. I don't know that he plays music as a captive. I don't think he was captured. Wow, words. I don't think he was captured with any instruments. So I think we should probably skip the rooms with music coming through them and go for a quiet room.
Okay. Oh, here's another door here. Let's see. Make a wiggle check. Make a dexterity check to see if he can wiggle into this room.
19.
Nice.
He's a dexterous little rat.
He manages to wiggle in pretty well into this room. Oh, it's an empty room. There's some rugs and a bed. Pretty large bed, actually. Yes.
Cool. Does it look like somebody is living in it?
I suppose it does.
But you don't see anybody.
No.
Okay, well. keep looking, I guess.
Okay, he squirms out. Oh, there's more rocks blocking the hallway here. More ceiling.
Sure.
Should I go through it?
Is there more doors on the other side?
I don't know.
Not on the other side of the rubble, but like you went in and you went in a direction. Was going the other way a choice?
Oh, maybe. There's a lot of rubble over there. I
So
can
there's
see
only
from
two-
here, diagonally across this... I don't know what it's called. Porch? It looks down on the
Sure.
courtyard, the plaza inside.
Uh-huh.
I can see... Maybe it's a well. It's a hole in the ground. But from
Oh.
up here, I can see across the way to the stairs. And I can see a door over there.
Do you think you can get there? Quietly.
Maybe.
Okay, you try. And if you think you're in trouble, I'll send you to the safe place.
Okay. And Selenar, as you kind of weasel your way through the stone and find yourself at the top of that staircase, you see Idea kind of skitter along on the floor here, kind of heading towards the pile. And he just kind of looks at you, shrugs his bony skeleton shoulders, and continues on. And you watch as he goes into the rubble that kind of leads to the north hallway.
Selenar is not interested in crawling around inside the house full of magical feline fire immune dudes, so he's just gonna leave.
Okay.
You can report what was in the windows, and I can report that there is no medium creature-sized door accessible up here. And otherwise, I'm just going to return to where I left Andra, who is hopefully still there.
Sure. Idea, as you're doing this, Idea skitters around, being a rat, manages to find his way through. Oh, there are two doors here near the top of the stairs.
Excellent.
This one seems easy to get in. And he enters. Ah, this is where you humanoids seem to... Shit.
Ah. That seems that's important, but I don't think that's where I don't think we're going to find anything useful in there.
Probably not. He goes
There's
to...
nobody in there, right?
No.
Good.
He goes to the next door. This one's better prepared. Let me see if I can wriggle in. Go ahead and make another dexterity check.
Oh boy. Not so good.
I'm
7.
I don't think I can get in this one. It's floor to ceiling. No cracks at all. How rude of them.
Truly. Can you hear anything through the door?
Make a perception check.
Wow, no.
No, it's a good door.
Right. Well, you've done a very good job. If there's nothing
Oh.
else for you to check out.
There's more stuff this way. Let me see.
Oh.
And you feel
Very good.
the mental go off. Like this, he's gone out of range.
Great. Is there can I get closer to the house without being obvious? Like, is there shrubbery or any kind of cover around the house?
There's a lot of shrubbery around the house actually. It's like
I would like.
dried dead trees and like big like leafy like aloe vera kind of cactusy plants.
I'm gonna wait for idea to come back into range. I think.
All right.
I feel like going into dead trees is a good way to make a lot of noise and
Yeah.
once again get chased by the big scary cat.
Some time goes by and he comes back and tells you once he's back in range. And he tells you there was a door I couldn't get in and a door next to some rubble at the top of a stair set. Or across from it. Either way, it's very inconvenient to get to. But that door was also difficult to get in.
Okay. Well, thank you for this very valuable information idea. Do you think you can get yourself out of there, or do you want me to summon you?
Whatever you want. Climbing is a
I will
little scary.
I will dispel him and then summon him to where I am.
Cool. And once again, he kind of like bubbles up from your hand, and like the bones kind of like poop out, and it kind of oozes up, and becomes the white skeletal form of Idea. Am I the same idea as disappeared before? Am I a new idea?
I think you are. I think you're the same idea. You remember being in the house, don't you?
I do.
So you must be the same idea.
Yet is this not a new body? Perhaps existential dread shall be something I learn next.
Perhaps. You are in the right crowd to explore that. Although maybe not while we're hiding outside the scary people's house.
Very well. So you've managed to get
Andra
a little
is going to encourage our friends to keep moving.
Yeah. So you've kind of like staked out the area, and now you've kind of managed to find like some information out.
Yeah. So there's some rooms even Idea couldn't get into. He heard music coming from one. I don't think that's Renata because he left his instruments behind.
Point of order. His instruments were never left behind. He had them with him.
He does have them with him.
Yeah.
He does have them with him?
Yeah, he didn't leave anything behind when he left the hovel.
Oh, for some reason I thought we found his... I made that up, didn't I?
You did.
Cool. For some reason I thought he had left his instruments in the hovel.
No.
Okay. So Idea heard some music through one of the doors.
Yeah, it's a human woman playing a lute. Saw her through a window.
I see. Well, it's good that Idea didn't go in that room then, because I don't think she would have appreciated his visit. But there were some rooms he couldn't get into, but he didn't see any sign of Renata. So Renata might still be in there. We don't know. There's a lot of locked doors.
I also don't think I checked any windows on the first floor.
Oh, we saw the first floor or Idea saw the first floor when the last time we came through.
Okay, great. So there are still a few shuttered windows on the top floor. that I didn't see in from the outside either.
At least one of the rooms seemed to be like somebody's bedroom. So I don't know how many. I don't know what their sleeping arrangements are, but it looks like there's at least 2 bedrooms in use on the 2nd floor. And there's a couple more doors that Idea couldn't get into that might be other people's bedrooms, might be where Renata is. We don't know. Since we're here, I will attempt to send a message to Renata again and be like, hey, are you in there?
Try that shuttered window in that direction. As I point to a direction that had a window that it was shuttered.
There were a few.
And by point, I mean gesture with my nose.
I was hoping to see you, with your left paw being like.
So there were shuttered windows on like the northeast side and on the west side, and on the northwest side.
I mean, we can try to message all of the shuttered locations. So I describe the areas I could not see into to Andra, who then can message, hopefully. Because I can't... Right, I can't even cast cantrips in...
Not yet. Not
wild
in,
shape,
not in
I don't
cat
think.
form.
No.
Yeah.
No. I need to know the target, and I need to know or think that they are inside in that direction.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to be pointing at the window.
Yeah. So
I don't need to message
Well,
each window. I just
I assume there's like an angle at which the message is effective. If we think Renata's in the house, but the house is huge, it's like, a 90-degree spell that isn't how it is.
Sure.
So
yeah. So you go around picking the various things. You don't get any response from any of them.
Cool.
Selenar, you know how you have this spell. You know how it works. The walls were thick, like thick stone.
Oh, they were stone, not wood.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a desert society, so everything is mostly stone.
Yeah. Oh. It doesn't matter, even if it was wood. If they're a foot thick, then we can't message through them anyway. Like we can't message through the rubble.
Oh man, I have an idea.
No, I have an idea.
Ozo is acting casual. And now we're hidden cat.
Give me a casual check.
Great. What is that?
It's a D20.
Great. It's just like I don't have any information. I don't want to die. 5.
Great. A couple
an annoyed babysitter.
A couple people walk by you and just kind of give you weird looks because you're just standing there like.
Yep.
Very casual. And then people are like, oh, and taking a step away. They're giving you a wide berth, which is helpful. Seems like they don't want to be close to you.
Ozo's awfully tempted to just go knock on the door, but also really awkward and doesn't want to get in trouble. But there's no guards, but Ozo knows nothing about what's been happening over the past 3 days. So
yes, it's all racing through your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
Having gotten as much intelligence as I think we're going to get, I think Andre is going to kind of like encourage everyone to move along.
Yeah, what's your next?
Yeah, I guess we know things about the house now, but we don't know if Renata is or is not in there.
True. Correct.
Awesome.
Nor do we have any way of finding out any more information, short of going in there guns blazing, for which we will want everyone at the top of their game, not exhausted, and all that. Because they're big and they're mean. and Andra is very much convinced of the fact that they are beyond at least the small group of us, because they can walk through a fireball.
So mechanically, I will just say that, like, exhaustion goes away after a long rest, like 1 level of exhaustion per long rest.
Mm-hmm.
And like the first level only affects your ability scores.
Correct.
So.
But 3 of us are exhausted at this point, right?
Right.
I have 1 level.
But that is a full day that Renata will be in captivity, and who knows what will happen.
Sure. Anyone else have?
We don't have any clue if he's even in this house. We're just.
No, you don't.
No.
I mean, we have good. We know that the people that were looking for him are in the house, though.
Yes. And that the people that the neighbor saw abduct him are in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Or that the neighbor saw take him away to help him for to medical attention. But yes, the neighbor has told us that these people are who Renata was taken away with.
I have a very dumb suggestion.
Oh,
Can
actually,
we move?
Sorry. New rules for exhaustion. Anytime you make a D20 test, which is ability check, attack roll, or saving throw, you're doing it at disadvantage. So a lot of this should have been a disadvantage, but we're going to roll with it because
roll is
changed.
reduced by twice your exhaustion level.
Oh yes, that is correct. So they would have had -2s to them, but we're just going to roll.
But,
and your speed,
sure,
and you're
not
5
ID.
feet slower. No,
Yeah.
ID is not exhausted.
Idea is not exhausted. He's been doing most of the
Nor is Selenar.
checking. Nor is Selenar. Correct. Yeah. Most of the perceptifying has been
Yeah.
So, I'm interested to move. To the north-facing wall, so that we can see the window that I scratched that was slammed open.
So that was on the northern corner of the east wall.
Okay. Is the window... Well, first of all, I ask Andra to please go so we can see the east wall, if we're not already. I don't know which
Sure.
side of the house we're on, so...
You've kind of been going around it as you've been messaging and trying all these various shenanigans.
right. So you want
what
to...
I want to do is, if the window is still open and we can see one of the people inside, to just straight up message them and ask if Renata is in the house.
Why are we messaging? I would just knock, right?
Yeah, I don't think the other people in the house are sympathetic or likely to answer us.
I'm willing to try.
Andra is not.
Ozo's gonna go knock on the door, looking awkward.
Walking around the house, you've seen that there are multiple doors. One.
Ozo hasn't really been walking around. I imagine that the cat's been doing their thing, and Ozo's just been like hanging out, looking around, trying to not be paying attention to the house, like walking around the block, not investigating the house.
Okay, so you head up to the front door, like the big doors?
Yeah, I'll go to the big doors and knock.
Okay. You knock.
I assume we see Ozo as she is knocking.
Yeah, they are not
I'm
being
just like,
stealthy.
oh my god, Ozo's knocking at the door.
Yep.
they weren't here the last time. Andra is not interested in being visible to whoever opens the door.
I'm interested in watching and listening if I can.
Sure.
Perfect.
So sometime later, the door opens, and you see a dark-furred tabaxi, not like about average height for a feline, rather. Kind of pointy up ears, wearing like leather and cloth. And he just kind of looks down, and it's like, "You selling something?"
No, I'm a little lost, and also I was following my cat. I wonder if my cat came into your house. I saw it go down this alley. Just, a little lost and continuing to look awkward.
Make a deception check.
Eleanor hops out of the hood and just starts trotting over.
One.
Ooh.
This tabaxi,
Not a nat
or
one,
this
though.
this feline rather, like stands up, looks down at you, and is like, "Get out. Why don't you take the piss?"
I'm sorry, I don't have to pee. I assume that's what you mean.
You really take the biscuit at this stuff. You should just spill the beans with what you're really after. Don't put on airs.
Well, I mean, I'm not
or you
lying. I
can-
am a bit lost.
or
I'm
you
trying to
can
learn
jump
the
ship.
city. Are we on a ship now?
Hit the road! And he slams the door in your face.
Okay. I wasn't really lying about being lost, but okay.
It was the I'm looking for my cat thing.
Fair. Okay. They're not very friendly.
No.
Bozo's gonna knock again.
Okay, you knock again. This time you hear voices from within, and then a gnome woman opens the door and says, "Yes, are you looking to hire us or what?"
I was looking to be hired, to be honest. I just
We're not taking on new employees at this
I'm
time.
lost.
Well,
Oh,
Madonette's that way.
is it? Great. Do you know where the route to whatever it's called is?
You're going to have to be more specific than that.
Sorry, the route to Port Diwali is. I thought it was this way. I mean, I don't really know. This is the edge of town, right?
Sure. If you want to keep heading that way straight into the desert, you might hit it eventually.
Oh, that's really helpful. Have you seen a cat?
I've seen a lot of cats.
Fair.
There's one right there, and points
Okay.
to Selenar, who has walked up behind you.
Oh, there you are. Cat?
Well,
Basically, I want to have met these people and try to sort of tell who they are, just have seen them face to face. But I guess now that I've seen the cat, some description, some what do I observe, so I see what we're getting into.
So this little gnomish woman is wearing like leather armor, and her hair is like multicolored. Make a perception or insight check.
They are the same. I think that I will insight. 19 or
Great.
18 if we're doing the disadvantage, or is that what it is?
It's
I'm only exhausted once.
Yeah, so it's -2 to the result, so it's a 17, which is still really good.
Got it.
So with a 17, you get a sense that this woman, she's tough and snarky, but she is not, like, that's not really her nature. It's like she's doing her job kind of a vibe. You get the sense that she would rather be doing something fun than whatever she's doing in the house right now. She's not unpleasant, but she's just busy.
Okay. Well, I mean,
You get a sense that, like,
busy.
yeah.
I
we have some work that we're
just
working on.
I'm new and I'm traveling and just going through town and trying to find
Well,
people.
if you want work, that's probably best done in the city itself, not on the outskirts, especially not at the Dust Barrows. So really, you should head back that way.
Okay, I mean, I saw the sign and it said to the caravan place, and this is near the edge of town, so I thought somebody might know. Okay. What's your name, by the way? Or can I ask that? I'm Ozo. Hi.
Hi. Hade.
Ade. That's a lovely name. Do you do like the caravan stuff? Is that how you know where the Sorry, I'm asking questions. I don't know a lot of people here. I just have my cat.
Make
so
a persuasion check.
I just found out about Nick's Clicks. That was really helpful.
Okay.
Shit, I suck at this.
So that's a 4. She kind of smiles at you. She's about your height. She's like, I'm very sorry. We're very busy. You're going to have to find work somewhere else.
Okay. Thanks, I guess.
Goodbye.
Come on, cat.
And she closes the door on you.
What a great scene.
Ozo tried.
Trying the not punching way. Seen Renata talk their way in. I mean, he's good at it. I'll give it a try. Great. I guess Ozo will just walk away looking despondent now instead of just awkward and minding their own business.
Okay. You walk away. You rejoin each other around the corner. What are you going to do? What do you want to do?
I don't know, guys. I'm sort of out of options.
All I got is walk back up to the door and ask.
Now, Corvus did some scouting around the outside earlier, and you've all kind of meandered around the house at various points today. So there's the main double doors, which Ozo just went to. On the northeast side, there was another door. There's a door on the east wall all the way to the south. And there was a door on the west side all the way to the south, next to what appeared to be like a little jut out that's probably like a fire pit, or like it looks like a chimney, like the back of a chimney has been built out. So there are 3 other doors.
Yeah. I mean,
what is the roof made out of?
Corvus and Lunine are also
Stone.
with us.
Yeah, Corvus and Lunine are
The
with
roof
you.
is stone also?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's why there's piles of stone in the ruined parts.
Or
I thought I had an idea.
No.
It's essentially like, imagine like Marrakesh. It's very that kind of vibe. Like there may be wood beams, but like the roof is like stone and mortar and like quicklime and like a layer of, that kind of stuff.
Well, we either need to do something or go back to the hotel. What time of day is it?
It is not yet noon.
Late morning.
Not yet noon.
I
Great.
mean, we could try sneaking in, I guess, or we can storm the castle.
Okay.
I think that Idea and Kat go in. We position ourselves by the back door. I'm assuming that Corvus is participating in this planning, and that's why Ozu is having anything clever to say, like saying, "What if this is like that one time in Banana Land?"
Jared,
Yeah.
if I cast a concentration spell in elf form, can I continue to concentrate on that spell
Yeah.
100%.
if I were to transform into a cat?
100%. Absolutely.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I have Pass Without Trace prepared, which gives me and any of my allies within 30 feet a plus 10 to stealth checks for an hour.
Cool. Now they
So
they have
I
to remain
can-
within range during that hour. I just want to clarify that.
Right.
Sure, but namely, it would. I think I could sneak around the house and pray I don't roll a nat 1 as a cat inside.
If you and Idea went in, could you be an elf and open doors for Idea?
I mean, I could,
And then like be a
but
cat
then
again?
no, because it's. I only have 2 casts of Wild Shape, and I've used
Okay.
one of them already, and I'm coming up on the 2 hour, I imagine. So
Yeah.
Cool. So if we wanted to do that, we would have to do it now.
correct, which I'm willing to do.
Let's go.
I think that's our
We
best
just need to-
bet is for you and Idea to go back to the stairwell where the closed doors were. And if you open doors for him and maybe recat and come show us how to get in. I don't know.
So if he goes elf
could also-
in the house, he can't recat. That's what he's saying.
He says you can recat once.
No, he
Correct.
You can go right now.
he has 2 uses of wild shape. He's got 1 currently, and we're coming
Yes.
up on the tail end of that.
Right. So if he goes in now.
right now.
Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna go back up to the roof. I'm gonna go in, squiggle in that little hole that Idea and I both went in.
Mm-hmm.
Hope no one's in the hall. And then open doors for Idea while concentrating on Pass Without Trace in elf form, and then my oh shit plan is to transform back into a cat and hide with a plus 15 stealth check.
Okay. So you begin to enact this plan.
All right.
Meanwhile,
Good luck.
Renata,
Yes.
you have not been able to get a full night's rest, so you have a level of exhaustion. And you are awoken again by some more noise. Light streams in on you and kind of like wakes you up, and then it's gone. And you can see some light is creeping in from like maybe a crack in the ceiling or around a window pane or something, or not a pane but a window frame. And sitting on you're kind of like tied to this chair, and sitting on like another chair or some other piece of furniture rattling away with a pair of drumsticks, you see Jamal just kind of like just kind of rattling away, and he's just standing there watching you. And he's not saying anything.
I tried. Yeah, if I remember, I wrote last session that is this the second time in?
Mm-hmm.
Is he the one that spit in my face?
Yep.
Okay.
He was the one who said, "I fucking hate you," and spit in your face.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's blue.
He is.
Is the note I took.
I wasn't expecting repeat visits.
Yeah, he's not asking you questions. He's not doing anything. He's just kind of sitting there watching you. And like time goes by, and like the drumming, it keeps like shifting, so it's never like the same pattern. It's never like a lulling pattern. Like he changes up what he's drumming on. He changes up the tempo, the pattern. It's like his purpose is to make sure you don't get rest. Because you can't imagine what else he would be doing this for.
Even though I am gagged, I will give him the look of admiration that his playing is fantastic.
Okay. Make a persuasion
Just
check.
a certain like nod of my head, you know.
Yeah, make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Persuasion.
$23. All right. He kind of like looks at you while you like give this nod of approval, and he's just like, "Oh, stop it! I don't care what you think. I don't care what anybody thinks anymore. You think you're the be-all, end-all authority on anything musical. Well, you're not." And you can see he kind of like gets built up and frustrated, and like make an insight check.
Also at disadvantage, right?
No, this is not a disadvantage.
No, just okay.
All right, so that's a 20. You can tell that he like really would like to hit you, either with the drumsticks or, as you are noticing now, he's got these like, they look like batons or like little rods, like in like holsters, like on his legs. They look like big beefy drumsticks that have like metal caps on them. They look like they'd hurt. You can tell it looks like he really wants to hurt you, but something's holding him back. And as you're trying to figure out what it is, the door opens again, and in walks Renata. And she's like, "You were shouting, Jamal." It's like, "Well, he's annoying. I know."
Me? I say to my gagged mouth.
Yes, Justin, you. Why don't you go downstairs with the others, Jamal? I have a few things to say to Mr. Timberdrake here. And he just kind of looks at her, nods.
I chose that name.
Yep.
It was, I swear, it was a placeholder, and then I just forgot to change it.
Sure.
Anyways, yeah. No, we're sticking with it. Timberdrake.
So he leaves, and she sits down, and she's like, "You know, Justin, For a long time, I held out hope that you'd come back. And after about 6 months, I realized you weren't coming back. We had to find a new line of work. We weren't getting hired to perform. We lost whatever clout we had. And then after about a year, not only did I realize you weren't coming back, but I realized how much I hate you. Everything I gave to you, I worked so hard to build this group, and you just threw it all away in our face. You didn't even have the courage to say goodbye. You just vanished. And then I realized that fucking asshole never really cared about me. You didn't love me. You didn't care about any of the others. You only ever cared about your fucking self. Your glory, your story. You never tried to hide it, but I didn't think it was anything but words. But nope, it was real. I don't know if you have a band now. I don't know if you have friends now. But I'll be surprised if you do, because the way you treat people, you're just using them. That's all you ever fucking did. And I never knew what I wanted to do with you if I ever got my hands on you. But I might just let Quick have his fun and be done with it. It's really tempting. Because out of all of us, he's the one who really adapted to this new lifestyle. Caravan guards, hired muscle, whatever we can to get by. But you know what I'm not looking forward to? And she kind of stands up and begins walking out, cleaning up the mess when he's done. And she leaves you alone. And that's where we will end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged.
Dun dun dun.
Ta-da!
Ba-now.
Da-da-da-da.
Well done, everybody. Well done. I hope you had fun tonight. You have set up your infiltration attempt with Mr. Renata locked away somewhere, maybe, in this place.
Infiltrate faster.
Because
But
Renata
they
seems
hurt us.
Renata seems to be
I
on
thought
a
about just blowing walls down with Thunderwave, but not doing that.
ticking timetable. Looks like Renata might be in some trouble here.
You mean Mr. Timberdrake?
I don't pick your names. You do.
Yeah,
Justin
yeah,
Timberdrake. Look, I've run enough D&D with you. These are the characters you make.
They really are. Yeah.
Let's see. There was Brittany of the Spear. There was
no,
She should
really?
make a cameo. Yeah, no, she should make a cameo.
there was Shepherd Commander.
Yep.
There was the
Oh,
infamous
goodness.
Carlos the Dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
So
Classic.
so if there's a pop culture reference, Mike names a character after it.
That's good.
Yeah. But I hope you all had fun this evening. I hope it was fun and interesting. I know we had a little wow, two people who are kind of important to this are not here. But hopefully...
Yep.
Hopefully we'll all be back next week on the 2nd of September.
Indeed.
To continue this little adventure with episode 49.
What?
We are 2 episodes from 50. So that's fun and exciting.
a lot.
of campaign 2.
Maybe we'll have a full party next week. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it could happen.
Manifest
Like
it.
not a split. And I'm not talking about all players playing. I'm talking about not a split party.
I see.
It has
Finding our
been a
missing part.
minute. It has been a minute. But
Yeah.
why don't we go around and say our goodbyes? Thank you, I've Got It, for being a lovely mod. Thank you, Chakos and Mashu, for hopping in. Thank you to anyone who watched and lurked, stopped in, said hello. We'll go around and say our goodbyes. I'll figure out who we're going to raid, and then we'll do that, and we'll see you all next week here on Nuuli Forged. We'll start our goodbyes with Selenar.
Oh, hello. I am Jeff. I play Selenar, who has been in cat form pretty much constantly the last 3 sessions I've played. So maybe someday you will see an elf again.
At
Maybe.
least you can talk in cat form.
It's true. I mean, it's effective. So,
Yeah.
anyway, it's more cat next week.
Wonderful.
Poor cat next week.
Come back for more cat. Next up, we've got the man of the hour himself, Renata, Justin, Soul Angel, Timber Drake. What is this?
One and only. That's all of them. That's all of me. Thanks for watching. Been bound and gagged, but hopefully we'll turn that around and do a little more role playing, investigate more of this story happening with Renata.
Great. Looking forward to it. Next up, we've got Ozo.
Hello, I'm Ozo, learning about cities in other places. Yeah. And I'm Amber, and I guess see you next week.
Wonderful.
I will understand what's happening eventually.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Next up, we've got Andra.
Hey, that is me. My name is Sarah. I have been Andra. I have a new imaginary friend, which is awesome, and he's going to teach me so much. And I can't wait to try this curse on the one of the big meanies who are in this house, and we'll see what happens when I use it for the first time. Also, we have a YouTube channel. If you were confused, you can watch our past episodes. I am clearly confused, and I don't think that watching our past episodes will help. But words are hard. Yeah, we have a YouTube channel. You can watch our past episodes, catch up, and you can follow us on social media such as Threads and Instagram and Blue Sky ?
Yeah.
And yeah, and watch us. Come back and watch us next week, right here on Twitch.
Well, thank you so much. Indeed, and I've been Jared, your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. We will be back next week. Thank you so much, everybody. Hop in this raid. We're going to raid Top Down Tabletop. They're playing some D&D over on their channel tonight. So hop in this raid. Let them know that they have been newly raided. And we will see you all back here at 7 p.m. Tuesday, September 2nd of next week. Until then, be safe, be kind, be aware of what's going on in your area. If you live in a city, if you live in anywhere where people are trying to send in branches of military armed forces that don't fucking belong there, speak up about it, because it's bullshit. Yeah. So be safe, be kind, take it easy, and have a pleasant holiday weekend, because it's a Labor Day weekend, right?
Yes.
So we'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Bye.